Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 200 pounds without surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you. To get started, my top 3 tips. Alrighty guys, I am so glad that you stopped to check in on me on my 2022 weigh-in for week 11. This actually will encompass week 11 and half of week 12 because I came home from my epic road trip adventure. If you watched that video, you saw how much weight I put on. Scientifically, even though the scale went up dramatically during my trip, really scientifically, I could have only put on about 2 pounds. And so my goal was to eliminate those 2 pounds from my body before my next road trip. So I have another road trip coming up, and I wanted to make sure that I utilized the 11 days I had between trips to take that 2 pounds back off, because I have so many of these type of things over the spring. If I don't try and do a little bit of a mini cut between each thing, it will just compound and compound, and I'll be in a worse position when we hit summer than I would like to be. So that's kind of what I did last year. So if you saw my mini cut series, you'll see I did a similar kind of thing where I didn't worry about my calories on the days that I was out of town or having dance competitions or picture days, things like that. But then the days between, I tried to cut as best I could. So I know that you guys have been looking for a video on how I do an actual cut. I call this a weight loss cut, mini cut, also referred to by Dr. Lane Norton as a weight loss sprint. Basically, it is an extreme deficit in order to lose body fat very quickly that you don't intend to stay on very long, like not more than like 2 weeks or so. So the idea is that you get in, cut that body fat, and get out before you have a chance to do any real metabolic damage or to have your metabolism alter to the lower calories. So it's worked okay for me in the past. I wouldn't say it's the end-all be-all for weight loss unless you can really do it 12 weeks, which is what I tend to do if I actually want to do a full cut. If you can do it long enough, it really does benefit you. It is kind of similar to protein-sparing modified fast, where I keep my protein levels really, really high and my carbs and fats as low as possible in order to maximize that body fat loss. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you everything that I ate in the 11 days that I did this cut. I'm also going to be showing you my weigh-ins every day, a 360 view of my body before and after, and then I'll come back and talk about like what exactly I did. There might be some exercise clips in this video as well. I think I'm just gonna put them in vlog style amidst the food videos as they come up, rather than having like an exercise section. I hope that works for you guys. It worked really well in the epic road trip video, and so I think I'm just gonna continue on with that idea, and unless you guys really hate that and you really want all the exercise all together. So if that works for you, hopefully it will. So I'm excited to share with you my results of this mini cut weight loss sprint that I did for the last 11 days. And I will be back after the footage to share with you my thoughts, my calories, my weigh-ins, and all of the information, the data that I go by to determine whether or not the cut successfully accomplished what I set out to do. All right, so that all being said, let's get at the footage. Alrighty guys, welcome to my video. this is hopefully going to be a extreme diet cut video. So this week and for about 4 days next week, I'm going to be doing a pretty quick cut. I think BioLane likes to call it a fat loss sprint. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I just want to get off the couple of pounds that I put on my road trip and before I go on my next one. So that's the idea with this. I'm hoping it will work. If it doesn't, oh well, we're just going to do it anyway. So my goal is to be eating 1,300 calories per day or around that. Between 13 and 15 will probably end up being where I'm stuck, but I'm going to be trying for 1,300. I'm already super hungry. I've been really grumpy today. I haven't eaten anything. It's almost 3 o'clock. I like to push off my first meal as long as humanly possible, even if I become grumpy and it causes me to be irritable, because as soon as I start eating, it's really hard to stop eating. So I try and have 2 meals relatively close together, and if I push my meal back, then I can eat when I get home from dance, which I won't be getting home tonight until about 9:30 p.m. So I'm going to be eating pretty late so that I don't feel super hungry at dance. Anyway, today I was really in the mood for some keto chow sludge. Today I made it with 300 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt mixed with a half a package of Snickerdoodle keto chow. On top here I have some sugar-free Great Value brand whipped cream, 28 grams, and 20 grams of perfect keto honey nut cereal on top for a little bit of crunch. It looks really good. Oh, put some cinnamon on there as well. I got 2 farm fresh eggs, way better than those nasty eggs at the hotels along the way. I did 2 eggs and 20 grams of fat-free cheese in this little omelet thing. And then, of course, a Built Bar, and that is going to be my first meal of the day.
back like light in a match, and it's trying to catch like falling so fast, chemicals react. Tide is high, taking me back, and I'm never the same. I'm feeling at home when I'm calling your name. We're carrying on when it's starting to change. Tide is high, starting something, and we're not going back like light in a match, and it's trying to catch like falling so fast, chemicals react. Tide is high, but we keep on moving, taking me back, and I'm never the same. I'm feeling at home when I'm calling your name. We're carrying on when it's starting to change. Tide is high, but we keep on moving, something, and we're not going back like light in a match, and we keep on catch like falling so fast, chemicals react.
o'clock. I've been home for dance for a while, but it took Dave a little while to make this food. I was underestimating how much time it took, but I've never made it before, so he makes it for me. And this is going to be my second meal of the day, my last meal of the day. I'm having air fryer chicken nuggets made out of 12.5 ounces of canned chicken, 40 grams of fat-free cheddar cheese, and an egg. And I don't know how he makes it in the air fryer. Puts sweet seasoning. Then I'm having some green beans just with salt. And this is some G. Hughes sugar-free dipping sauce. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty, everyone. It is almost 2 o'clock on Tuesday, and I'm about to have my first meal of today. I'm starting off with the same yogurt I had yesterday. This is Keto Chow Sludge. So it is a half a package of Snickerdoodle Keto Chow mixed with 300 grams of Greek yogurt with a little bit of stevia sweetener in there and some vanilla. And then on top, I've got 20 grams of Perfect Keto Honey Nut cereal and 25 grams of sugar-free whipped cream, Great Value brand. I'm having an egg and 30 grams of center cut bacon, 68 grams of strawberries, and 38 grams of Swiss cheese. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty, everyone, it's 9 o'clock. I am home from dance, and I'm about to have my final meal of the day. I am having Quest Chip Taco Salad. So this is one package of nacho cheese Quest Chips, 100 grams of 8515 hamburger crumbles. That's the cooked weight because it was already made. 60 grams of tomatoes, 50 grams of lettuce, 12 grams of green onion, and 40 grams of fat-free cheddar cheese. Oh, and salsa, 60 grams of salsa. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. I'm also going to be having a Built Bite, the coconut kind. Alrighty, everyone, it is Wednesday and it is 1:10 in the afternoon. I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I'm having the same yogurt as yesterday with the Keto Chow and the Perfect Keto cereal in it. Same macros as yesterday. I am having this new kind of bacon. This is the zero sugar bacon from Hempler's. It has the best macros of any bacon I've ever found, and I'm having 28 grams of that. I'm having 70 grams of strawberries, an egg, and a eggnog Built Bar, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty, guys, it is 9:30. I'm about to have my final meal of the day. Kids are having spaghetti, so I am having actually palmini noodles. These are noodles made out of hearts of palm, and I've been kind of like averse to trying it, but I tried it a while back, and it was actually pretty awesome, and the calorie level is so low. For all these noodles, I think it's only like 50-something calories. It's insane. So totally worth it, and does taste a lot like a noodle. I mean, it's definitely a vegetable, so it doesn't have like gluten in it, but it's pretty decent. So on top of the 200 grams of palmini noodles, I have 8 ounces of 93.7 ground beef in 225 grams of Rao's marinara, topped by 40 grams of fat-free mozzarella cheese, and I'm also going to have a Built Bite. And that's going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty, guys, it is Thursday, and it is 1:44. It's day 4 of the keto cut, and so far, so good. Things are going all right. I do feel kind of miserable, but I'm taking it in stride. And because I'm only doing it 11 days, it's pretty easy to just tell myself, okay, you made it through another day. Okay, you made it through another day. And I think to myself, how did I do this for literally years? So much harder now than it was before. Crazy. Anyway, so I'm going to be having my first meal right now. It's, like I said, 1:45. I'm having 41 grams of the Hempler center cut bacon. This is the best macros. I have 1 egg, a piece of Great Value Swiss cheese. And then my yogurt today, I made strawberry style. So this is a keto chow sludge. So I made this one with 300 grams of Greek yogurt, just like the others. And I added in a half of a package of natural strawberry keto chow. I did a squirt of, I think it's strawberry kiwi Mio water enhancer, if I remember right. And then I chopped up 94 grams of strawberries and put it in there and whipped that up. It tastes so much like ice cream. Like it tastes like strawberry ice cream. It's really good. And then I put some sugar-free whipped cream on top of that. That is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 9:40 on Thursday night and I'm about to have my final meal of the day. I am having an 85-15 patty from Great Value brand, I guess, from the frozen section. It's not anything. A lettuce wrap, 20 grams of tomato, 10 grams of onion, a piece of Colby Jack cheese, some sugar-free G. Hughes, mustard, pickles, some Quest chips, and a Built Bite. That's going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty everyone, it's Friday. It is 2:21 on Friday and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I'm having my good old standby yogurt. I haven't had any this video. This is the way I really love to have it. This is 300 grams of Greek yogurt just mixed with some lemon juice and lemonade Mio water enhancer. I have some blueberries on top of that. I put a little too much whipped cream so you can't see them, but there are 30 grams of blueberries in this. Then I put, accidentally, 35 grams of sugar-free whipped cream. Normally I do 25, but got a little heavy-handed with the whipped cream today. Whoops, that's okay. I'm also having an egg, some of that Hempler's Zero bacon, 40 grams, and some Colby Monterey Jack cheese, and an eggnog Built Bar. That's going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's like 9:45 on Friday. I've been home for a while, but I've been editing, and Dave offered to make me baked chicken, which takes a little bit of time. So it just barely got done just a little while ago. And so this is what I'm having for my last meal of the day. This is a 6-ounce chicken breast filled with 20 grams of Lando Frost ham and a slice of Swiss cheese, topped with 30 grams of Parmesan cheese and baked in the oven. Super tasty. I haven't had this in forever. And 100 grams of asparagus cooked with 4 grams of olive oil. Looks delicious. I can't wait to eat it. And that's going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 1:15 on Saturday. I am hungry. I'm already tired of this whole deficit dealy whopper thingy-majig, but I'm sticking in there, hopefully. I think today is what, day 6? I don't know. 5 more days after this, maybe 4. I can't remember anymore. It doesn't matter, but we're muddling through. It's gonna be fine. I am having the lemon yogurt today with the no protein shake or no protein powder in it. So it's just the lemon with blueberry and like I had yesterday with the sugar-free whipped cream, but only 25 grams today. I'm having only 25 grams of Hempler bacon. I am having one of these because I found it in my cupboard, an egg. Well, I'm having an egg. Found this in my cupboard and was like, oh yeah, I like those. I haven't had it in a while. Upside down pancake buttermilk maple with 30 grams of sugar-free syrup on top and a Built Bar. That's gonna be my lovely first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 6 o'clock on Saturday and I'm about to have my last meal of the day, hopefully. Today's been kind of rough food wise. I'm just really getting to the end of my rope. This is really hard for me now. I don't know why. I used to do this forever. I've been taking extra electrolytes, but I still feel beat, but it's fine. I am having wings because that's what I really wanted. Can't fit salad into my macros, so it's just 6 wings. It's a little bit of veggies, ranch, and sauce. This is buffalo sauce. That's going to be my last meal of the day. Howdy guys, it's Sunday. Today is day 7 of this keto cut. And I must say that my motivation is waning. I am so hungry. I'm so tired of being hungry. It's fine. I just forget how hard this is. I've probably been saying that every day, but it's still hard. Today it is Sunday and it is 2. I think it's 2. Went to church and everything this morning. Didn't eat anything before, so I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I'm starting off with some Keto Chow sludge. This is the same sludge I've been doing, except for the cereal this time. Instead of Perfect Keto, this is Wonderworks cinnamon, and 20 grams of that. And then I'm having 26 grams of the bacon, the Hempler brand bacon, an egg, a cheese stick, and a Built Bar. That's going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 8 o'clock. I'm having dinner at home with my kids, and this is Quest Chip Nachos. So I have a package of chili lime Quest chips topped with 100 grams of 90-10 beef crumbles, 60 grams of tomato, 30 grams of sour cream, 40 grams of fat-free cheese, 100 grams of lettuce, and 60 grams of salsa. Did I say sour cream? 30 grams of sour cream and a Built Puff, and that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's Monday and I am still going strong on this fat loss sprint, keto cut, whatever you want to call it. So it's 2:30 and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I've got my regular egg. Today, 30 grams of Oscar Mayer Cinder Cut bacon. I'm all out of the Hemplers. An eggnog Built Bar. And then my sludge today, I was in the mood for like a chocolate raspberry cheesecake kind of deal. So I mixed my 300 grams of Greek yogurt with a half a package of chocolate Keto Chow. Added a couple squirts of stevia and 20 grams of almond milk to smooth it out. And then on top, I put 60 grams of fresh raspberries, 30 grams of sugar-free Smucker's raspberry jam, and 25 grams of sugar-free whipped cream. And that is going to be my first meal of the day.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, ooh, I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
From dance, it's about 10:15. I'm exhausted. Dave made me dinner and it looks good. I am having broccoli chicken Alfredo. So this is 155 grams of broccoli topped with 6 ounces of chicken breast, 125 grams of Alfredo sauce, and 30 grams of fat-free mozzarella cheese. That's going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is Tuesday at 1 and I am starving. I just feel so hungry. I cannot even explain it, which is really frustrating because usually on keto I don't get this hungry. I know I'm in ketosis, it's absolutely positive. Been in ketosis for a long time and I am taking plenty of electrolytes, even extra, and it's not making me feel better. I just keep saying, you're just gonna make it through. You gotta make it through 2 more days. But, oh my gosh, help me now. Anyway, first meal of the day. Having some regular yogurt today. So this is just 300 grams of Greek yogurt mixed with lemonade Mio and lemon juice with 30 grams of blueberries and 24 grams of sugar-free whipped cream on top. I'm having a Frigo cheese head, 33 grams of Oscar Mayer center cut bacon, a eggnog Built Bar, and an egg. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 9:30 on Tuesday. I am starving and I was craving me some steak, so I picked up a New York strip. So I'm having 8 ounces of New York strip steak, 200 grams of broccoli with just salt on it, and a Built Puff. That is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is Wednesday. It is a little after 1:30 on Wednesday, and it's the last day of this cut. This cut has been brutal. I will probably be talking about that in the next segment. I hope it was worth it. So far on the scale, it has been worth it and yet not, because I didn't quite get past where I had gotten before. But at least I'm back to where I was. So as I go into this weekend where I'm going to be eating other things, I won't feel so guilty, because I shouldn't feel guilty at all, because I've already made the decision what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm leaving guilt out of eating for the rest of my life. At least that's the plan. But here's my first meal. Went for Keto Chow sludge again today. This is Snickerdoodle Keto Chow sludge with a little bit of almond milk mixed in to kind of thin it out, and some Perfect Keto Honey Nut cereal on top, 20 grams, 24 grams of sugar-free whipped cream and some cinnamon, 28 grams of Oscar Mayer bacon, 80 grams of strawberries, an egg, a piece of Colby Monterey Jack cheese, and a cherry lime Built Bar. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty everyone, last meal of my cut. I'm going a little over on calories tonight because I'm going to add a Built Bar to my meal. I'm super hungry and I'm ready to be done with this. Yeah, thanks for watching this video, but here's my final meal of the day. I am having palmini spaghetti. So this is 175 grams of palmini fettuccine topped with 175 grams of Rao's marinara, 6 ounces of 90-10 ground beef, 30 grams of mozzarella cheese, 100 grams of green beans, and a Built Puff. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty, so there you have it. Everything I ate in the last 11 days in order to lose body fat fast. So like I talked about previously, my goal for this 11-day cut was to cut the 2 pounds of body fat that scientifically I thought I put on during my Kentucky road trip and dance competition week. So in order to do that, I determined how much of a deficit I would need to have over the 11 days to accomplish a 2-pound loss. Now, of course, our bodies are all different and we can't just go by only numbers, and like, you know, the data can be skewed by many things. But to give myself an average of what I wanted to do, I took the 2 pounds, divided it into however many calories. So to lose 2 pounds of body fat, I need to have a 7,000 calorie deficit total. So I divided that by the 11 days and I came up with doing about 1,300 calories would give me what I needed to do in order to accomplish that. So I set out to have 1,300 calories a day, with the bulk of it being from protein sources, and try and keep it as low carb as I could. This probably isn't as low carb as I've done in the past. I know I have done under 20 net carbs before, and as you'll see from the data, I didn't quite hit that with this cut, but I did my darndest. I did my best. So let's go over the data, my handy dandy notebook. Okay, so the weigh-ins for the 11-day cut: 203.8, 200.4, 200.8, 197.6, 194.6, 193.4, 192.2, 192, 191.2, 191.8, and 191.6. So if you look at those numbers, 203.8 all the way down to 191.6, it appears that I lost almost 12 pounds in 11 days. But lest I mislead you, I will say that that's not actually accurate. Now, if you'll remember, I put on a lot of water on my Kentucky trip. In fact, my ankles were swollen, my stomach was like a giant barrel. I felt embarrassed to be alive because I was so waterlogged. So I would say almost all of that weight loss was just that water coming back off of me, which is pretty common, especially when you're starting into a new cutting phase. That happens a lot. It's what misleads people to think that keto is the end-all be-all for weight loss, because when you go into ketosis, you end up dropping a lot of body water because your body doesn't need that water to hold glycogen in the cells like it did previously, and it dumps a lot of body water off of you. That can lead to a feeling of feeling dehydrated, like I call it desiccated, where you feel like you're just shriveled up and you're not plump and pretty. And that is not my favorite state to be, which is part of the reason I no longer do keto on the regular. But it really does work for weight loss. This time, it didn't really give me the benefits that I was hoping for. Maybe I didn't get quite into a deep enough state of ketosis because my carbs were a little higher. But I did feel intense hunger, intense weakness. I had a really difficult time keeping my electrolytes up, and it was really hard. So I'm not gonna tell you guys that this was like the super easiest thing to do in the world. It was definitely not an easy task by any stretch of the imagination, which I'm sure you saw in the footage because I whined and complained about it the whole time. It was not fun. But did it accomplish the purposes? So if you go by average, my last average to this average, I lost 6.9 pounds because the average for the 11 days was 195.4. And my previous average for the week with Kentucky was 202.3, which had been a 6.3 gain. I went up 6.3 average on the Kentucky trip, and I went down 6.9 on my 11-day cut. So was I successful at eliminating the body fat that I put on in the Kentucky trip? Yes. I also eliminated the body water that I put on in the Kentucky trip. So we got to keep those things in mind as we see those big fluctuations up and down. A lot of that is water weight, but some of it was probably the 2 pounds gained and then the 2 pounds lost. So if you go by my calories for the entire cut averaged out was 1382. 1382 calories is a deficit of 768 a day, which is a 2.19 pound loss if you're looking at it completely scientifically without anything like getting in the way. Like anything about our bodies, it just gets in the way. So that's pretty good. That's exactly what I set out to do. So I'm pretty proud of myself. My protein average was 150, which is above my 40% protein goal. Yes, way to go me. And my carbs were 33, which wasn't as low as I was hoping to go, but was a lot lower than what I've been doing the last several months. So 33 net was my carb average. My fats average was 62, which was awesome. I would have liked to see that even a little bit lower, and my carbs even a little bit lower, and my protein a little higher if I could even do it to maximize that PSMF kind of thing, like protein sparing modified fast macros. I don't really go down to the bargain basement with fats like you have to for PSMF. I've never really done a true PSMF for a long period of time, but this style of keto is considered to be a type of PSMF, protein sparing modified fast diet. You don't want to do it for a super long amount of time. You want to make sure that you incorporate diet breaks and high calorie days to refeed your metabolism and keep it from tanking, because you do not want your metabolism to be burning 1,300 calories. You want your metabolism to be burning 2,100, but you eat 1,300, so you get all of that extra body fat loss, right? So that's the goal with the weight loss sprint or the mini cut, is to really maximize that situation. But as you well know, I'm going to be going on my next road trip, and I'm going to be putting on body fats, and I'm going to be putting on body water. Probably I'll end up back where I was this trip, this last trip, because that's just kind of how it goes when I am not worrying about things and I'm just eating whatever, and I'm eating sugar, and I'm eating things that maybe aren't the best and have high calories. I'm going to do that stuff. I'm choosing to do that. And because I'm choosing to do that, then I'm choosing to try and mitigate it in between. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not using this kind of fasting, I mean, if you want to call it that, as a punishment for overeating. The difference between binging and purging and doing a mini sprint after an indulgence is that you're making the choice to do it without any guilt whatsoever. When you're choosing to eat more food, you're not saying screw it, eating everything and feeling like you need to binge because it's the last day on earth that you're going to be able to eat sugar. No, you're just eating more food, and you're just really not tracking it, and you're not paying that much attention, but you're not binging on the food, if that makes sense. Also, it's not purging to look at your body fat and go, oh, hey, that's not really comfortable for me. I'm going to try and eliminate some of that before my next trip. That's not a form of punishment. That's just choosing to eat less to try and make up for or mitigate the situation that you got yourself into on your vacation. It's all about your mental state. It's all about the attitude that you have with regards to weight loss and losing weight and all of that stuff. If you're looking at it as, I cheated, I did something wrong, I'm bad, and so I have to starve myself to make up for that because I need to be punished. That's totally different than I'm choosing to indulge and have fun and enjoy my vacation because it feels so good. And when I come home, I'm going to be a responsible person, and I'm going to do a quick cut to eliminate any of the body fat that I may have put on. Do you see the difference between those two attitudes? And when you're trying to lose weight, attitude is everything. If you have a weight loss mindset, if you have an overall overarching goal, knowing that your body is not going to stay the same, you're not going to lose all the weight and then just stay there. You're going to gain some weight back, and then you're going to lose some weight, and then you'll gain some weight, and then you'll lose some weight. But the idea is to just kind of go like this, where you're just staying on this real tight line, where your ups and downs aren't extreme, where you're not gaining 50 pounds, losing 75, gaining 100, losing 100. You know, you don't want to get into, and that's where a lot of people go wrong. They let it get so crazy and out of control, and they beat themselves up, and they tell themselves there's no way they can handle it. I mean, I did it. I lost 110 pounds and gained back 150, all because of this. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Learn from my mistake and take your weight loss in phases. When you're burned out from weight loss, plan a diet break that consists of either 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 months or longer. But Choose it, plan it. Don't say screw it, and you will be successful in weight loss. And even if you aren't the smallest you ever want to be, like me here, sitting here around 200 pounds, you know, between 190 and 200, it's not my happy place. That's not where I really want to be. But am I kicking myself? No. Am I feeling bad about it? Not really. In fact, if I didn't have to come on here and tell you guys about it, I think I wouldn't care. I feel great and I am happy where I'm at, even though it's not as low as I'd like to be. So it's all about the attitude and the mental state when it comes to weight loss. I'm not sitting over here beating myself up because I had fun on my vacation and ate what I needed to eat in order to suffer through that long drive. Nope, not. But I did kind of beat myself up that this was awful and that I didn't enjoy it and that it sucked and I don't want to do it again for a while. So, you know, we kind of did feel a little bit like a punishment. Maybe 1,300 was a little extreme, but it's what I needed to do in order to, in my mind, take responsibility for the situation. So I hope that is helpful for you guys. I hope that this video was enlightening. The next one's going to be more fun food because I'm going to be going on another road trip. But I just want you guys to have this reference guide of what I do in order to lose weight. And when I do a 12-week cut, what I do is I do this for about 4 weeks. Then I have 2 days of high calories and then do 4 weeks and then 2 days. And I just kind of push as long as I can, at least 8 weeks, hopefully 12. And I fully intend to do that probably in the summer. We'll see how it goes. Summer usually is my really good cutting time. It's when I have the best luck. And so spring, that's not it. Spring is not it, no. Spring, I'm just trying not to gain 1 billion pounds because spring is hard. Anyway, enough talking. I'm glad you guys stopped by and I just wanted to say thank you for being here. Don't forget to check out the About section for all the ways you can support the channel, how you can get started on your own weight loss journey, and I'll talk to you all again soon.